Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He has stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people, the barbecue chicken theory, Ernie. Get out of my way, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, Freak might.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke.
And he's back in the fold now, Kevin. We'll see if he can pick right up where he left off.
And in the grand scheme of things, that injury, not that big a deal. A little bit longer, and it may have been.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Freak is out there with Irving, and it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Freak. A second chance effort, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Cavaliers on D. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried it.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Love. Freak sets a screen for Love. And a wide open look for Freak. That ball's great assist by Love.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Ellis. He picked up 24 points in the last one against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Earlier I spoke with Frank Vogel. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Patterson setting the pick for Hill. Cavaliers with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Back to Irving. Paul George with the steal. To the inside. Here's Patterson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Patterson's got his first points of the night.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Freak. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And the pass to James. Love with the screen on Ellis. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And Patterson kicks to Hill. Back to Patterson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Patterson's got his second basket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Hill. He picked up 15 points in their last one against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Feeds to Freak. LeBron outside. Dishes to Valanciunas. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Indiana making some changes. Splitter is checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Ellis. Young is subbed in for George Hill. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson comes in for Valanciunas. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Young with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Outside Hill. Back to Young. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Freak. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. The screen from Thompson. 4 on the shot clock. LeBron James on the wing. Three-pointer. Hill pulls it in.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
He dishes it to Young. It's back to Hill. Pick up by Hill. And Patterson kicks to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 5.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And here's Young, following the three-pointer by Freak.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. Cleveland also making some changes. Chris Humphries has checked in for Love. And it's Rivers in for LeBron. There's the dish to Miles. He feeds it to Young. Here's Splitter. Sinks that one from the post. Now here's Freak. Three-pointer. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on.
And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Hill and Miles team up in the backcourt. Turner is out there with Splitter, and it's Hill in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He dropped in a staggering amount of points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Absolutely absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Paul George is checked in for the Pacers. Ellis comes in for C.J. Miles. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Hill dishes to Splitter. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Splitter's got his second basket of the night. Kicks it to Freak. Love outside. The feed now to Freak. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. Thompson. Comes up empty down low.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
George with no one around. Offline with his three.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
A different look now for Cleveland. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Tristan. And we're through the first half of basketball here.
Gentlemen,
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Freak really making a difference here.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position. And Freak throws it down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Now here's Freak, following the miss by Monte Ellis. And that one's good. Freak.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Ellis. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Freak. He's got 14. Rebounded by Ellis.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Cavaliers leading. Pass to Freak. Back to LeBron. It's a pick by Love. James with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And that one's good. Freak. Now Hill. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. They set the pick. George against James. And George with the stuff.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Freak. He's got 16. To the middle. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Tipped away and stolen by Freak by himself.
Match up.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Now here's Love. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Lock at 6. Here's Valanciunas, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. And how about a look now at the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA during the past month? Second is Paul George.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
This pass is a freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got 11 points here in just the second half. Ellis outside. Patterson, the screen. Irving against Hill. Cavaliers with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's James, and Ellis with the block. Pass to Hill. To the paint, and Turner kicks to Patterson. And it's all evened up. Patterson's got 9.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
And here's Freak. Patrick Patterson getting it to go from deep moments ago. James against George. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Some changes for Indiana. Splitter is checked in for Patterson. And it's C.J. Miles in for Monte Ellis. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Kevin Love. Freak dishes to Irving. James, the pass to Freak. And it's denied. And George kicks to Hill. Pass to Miles. Splitter sets a screen. At the elbow, it's Turner for the lead. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Last time they met in Cleveland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Freak with it. 20 points for him. For the 3. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 14 points here in the second half.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your Pacers.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Cavaliers leading by 3. C.J. Miles is out there with Young. Then there's Solomon Hill. Then it's Splitter. And it's Turner in at the power forward. That's the Pacers 5. Now here's Freak, defended by Young. Shot clock at 6. There's Freak. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And here are the Pacers now, following the score by Cleveland. Here's Splitter. Second chance shot, and Thompson sends it back.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Freak with it. Young's there. Cleveland moving it around. Now here's Freak, defended by Young. And Turner with the block. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Freak dishes to Valanciunas. The baseline J. Buries the jump shot. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Splitter sets a screen. Here's Young. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to LeBron. From deep. Pacers with the rebound.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
And Young, here we go. Hill passes to Turner. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
What a time for him to step up. Big three right there.
Pulls it up. And it's Freak missing.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
They get it back. And it's sent back by Hill. Ellis outside. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Splitter sets a screen for Young. And the rejection by James. To the middle. Ejected by Young. And they'll keep possession. Now here's Freak. Splitter covering. And he gets it to go. 27 points for Freak.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard
forcing the
Frank
issue too
Vogel
much.
addressing his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Sure. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line. That one on Love.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on it.
He kicks it to Thornton. The pass to Valanciunas. Paul George grabs the miss.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shoots. Sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just one. That one just took the air right out of the crowd.
Yeah, he simply said, sit down and keep quiet with that one.
And that's exactly what they're doing. There is no noise in the stands right now.
And James pulls it down.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
The tray. And it's Freak missing, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Okay, guys, the clock is our enemy now. Time to focus up and know your roles. Trust each other to make the play. Freak, if you got the look, take us home.
Yeah! 20 seconds left in the fourth. Can they tie? Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So a close game sees Indiana take this one.